Asia's world of killers has a seedy underbelly where shadowy assassins have forgotten more ways to put you to sleep than most will ever know. Be a little slow, a little late, just once, and you're at the mercy of Asia's weirdest mystery death squad. Ah, a perfect summer's day. A dragonfly buzzing through the warm air. But life wasn't always like this. It has a strange and blood-curdling backstory. The dragonfly was once a nymph. A lethal link in a vicious underwater food chain. A deadly underworld, overrun by brutal killers. But the most terrifying of all is the nymph, waiting in the reeds for the next sucker to pass by. Hang on, let's play that back. The unassuming-looking nymph has a terrifying weapon, an extendable jaw. Powered by 2 spring-loaded catapults, it latches onto a victim, all in less than 1/10 of a second. It's spring, and tadpoles flood the lake. The nymph feasts. It's been living this murky lifestyle for years. But it's time to move on. The only way to do that is by completely changing identity. In the dead of night, he leaves the only home he's ever known. The time to transform has arrived. Freedom. All across Asia, dragonflies emerge, completely transformed from the nymphs they once were. But it's hard to leave an old life behind. Just when it thought it was out, the frog pulls it back in. Water. It's the stuff of life. But it's also the stuff of death. Meet the liquid killers. For the bugs of this mangrove forest in Thailand, the incoming tide brings great danger. There's something sinister in the water. The archer fish. This one has grown big, reaping the rewards of his marksmanship. But he wasn't born with this skill. It must be mastered over time. The smaller fish can learn by simply watching the master. Remarkable for a fish. But this kind of hunting is very difficult. There are 3 steps to knocking a victim off its perch. Step 1. Work out how heavy your target is and how far away. Step 2. Aim, taking into account the bending of the light through air and water. And step 3. Concentrate the force into one massive burst. Failure has a cost. A poor marksman will stay small, bullied out of food by bigger fish and less desirable as a mate. Desperate times mean desperate measures. The fishing spider lives all across East Asia. It has some very strange hunting methods. But before she unveils them, she must clean her beautiful fangs. Fishing spiders have abandoned the traditional web. It's unlocked a whole new smorgasbord, including frogs. Prey this size could never be caught in a web. She's unleashed the potential of her powerful venom. The frog is liquefied. Its innards are sucked up like a smoothie. Time to clean up. The fishing spider isn't fussy. It still likes insects when it can catch them. But it becomes truly weird when it goes fishing. A single silken thread anchors her. She rests her back legs on a leaf, while her front legs sit on the water's surface. Hairs on her legs sense the movement of the fish below. She's not always successful, and when the prey moves to deeper water, she must unleash her superpower. The fishing spider can walk on water. Weight spread across 8 legs doesn't break the surface tension. Her digestive enzymes will break down the entire fish. She can rest easy after such a good meal. Or perhaps not. And the hunting just gets weirder as Asia's Mystery Death Squad gets a bit more sophisticated. Some killers don't just want to take a life, they want to do it with style. Meet the Smooth Criminals. The fantastic-looking Tibetan fox has a weirdly criminal way of finding a meal. He has refined tastes. Pika. He has all the tools. Terrific hearing to pick up the faintest sounds from deep underground. And a powerful nose to recognize their scent. But digging in the permafrost of the Tibetan plateau is just asking for broken nails. Why go to all that trouble when there's a scam to be pulled? The fox knows a chump when he sees one. The Tibetan brown bear is the grizzly's long-lost cousin. Less distinguished looking, but he earns an honest living in this harsh environment. And the fox is ready to exploit him. The bear hunts the pika too, and he has the strength to breach their underground fortresses. As the bear does the heavy lifting at one end of the burrow, the fox waits patiently at the other. He doesn't have to wait long. The fox doesn't share. He even saves some for later in the natural underground refrigerator. The bear doesn't need this one-sided relationship. But the fox knows a good scam when he sees one. He'll just follow the bear around at a safe distance. And while the bear does the work, the fox just concentrates on looking good and eating pika. The rainforests of Borneo. It's a competitive environment. Plants are pushed to some very strange extremes to find a niche. Meet the pitcher plant. It's a carnivore. And it's open for business. Potential victims are lured by the sweet scent of nectar. But the rim is slippery. They drown in the watery liquid. Some pitchers digest the bodies with enzymes. It allows the plant to get the nutrients it needs without relying on the poor soil of the rainforest. Other species of pitcher outsource their digestion process. They have residents that can survive in the liquid, feeding on the drowned victims. The nutrition the plant is after comes from their excrement. These tadpoles will eventually grow into frogs by eating what the pitcher provides. Even a crab lives inside a pitcher plant. Oh, perhaps we spoke too soon about the tadpoles growing into frogs. But that's not the weirdest member of the pitcher community. Its 8 eyes can see all around, but it can move the lenses of the 2 at the front for more focused vision. And when a victim falls into the picture, it's time to act. It attaches a safety line and abseils into the cauldron of death. But how can it do that and not drown? Simple. It turns into a scuba diver. It takes a bubble of air trapped in the hairs of its butt and steals the meal it desires. Now, it might look like straight-up robbery, but it seems the plant actually benefits. The spider also catches its own prey and tosses the leftovers into the pitcher. So it gives back what it steals, with interest. But satisfaction doesn't come easy for the Mystery Death Squad. It's an eternal quest. Some killers don't seem so dangerous at first, but they're only here to use you up and throw you away. Meet the parasites. The deadliest animal on the planet descends on Asia every night. It kills thousands each year. The dreaded mosquito. Its insidious journey begins here. Every mosquito begins as a larva. This stagnant pond has everything this killer in training needs: algae, plankton, and fungi. Tiny fan-like mouthparts filter them in. Next, they enter a non-feeding pupal stage. 3 days later, it's time. It emerges to join millions of others for a night of bloody rampage. Okay, stop. That's not exactly how it goes. Not all mosquitoes are bloodthirsty, just the pregnant ladies. Meanwhile, the males live off a vegan diet, feeding mainly on nectar. But for the female, egg production requires special nutrients, found only in blood. And we're back. The female emerges to join millions of others for a night of bloody rampage. With each stab, it injects an anticoagulant that keeps the blood flowing and sucks in the life-giving red fluid. Like delivery drivers from hell, these bloodsuckers pick up and distribute deadly diseases. And it doesn't have to be human blood, but they're a seemingly endless food source. For these expectant mothers, when the cravings kick in, the restaurant don't matter. Just the food. It's springtime, and all across Asia's temperate regions, parents are working hard to feed a new generation. But there's something wrong with this picture. There's a weirdo in this nest. But that doesn't stop the parents from caring for it, keeping it warm. What's this? Right under Mum's nose. The chick kicks out one of the unhatched eggs. But that's still not enough for the parents to disown it. Maybe this is enough. The moment it has the strength, it kicks the rest of the brood out of the nest. It's a cuckoo, a parasitic bird that deposited an egg for the unsuspecting foster parents to care for. The cuckoo eggs hatch earlier than the others, and as soon as it's strong enough, it clears out the competition, so it can get the most food and grow into this. Its adopted parents lack the ability to smell a rat, so they keep feeding it, and feeding it, and feeding it. Raising a chick that will destroy more families in the spring times to come. Okay, you expect parasites to be weird, but some of the mystery death squad are more surprising. Nighttime is the right time for the scary monsters to come out and play. Meet the Night Stalkers. A cockroach scavenges the leaf litter of the Philippine forest. It's a bad moment to be oblivious to your surroundings. The giant scorpion is as big as a dollar bill. It gives chase, and chemical receptors that brush the ground and pick up traces left by other creatures. It bears down on the cockroach. The moonlight. When the sun sets on the wild isles of Indonesia, the slow loris begins his day. He's a hunter, a stealth hunter. Sorry, let's turn on those infrared lights. You see, the slow loris can see in the dark. It's his only real ability. Other than that, he's just slow. Very, very slow. Under the infrared lights, we can see just how unspectacular slow loris hunting is. He picks off bugs that have difficulty seeing him coming. It's so dark, even the loris is having trouble. As far as deadly predators go, he's pretty non-threatening. A nice meal for a snake. The loris freezes. It's his main defense strategy. But the slow loris has a trick up his sleeve. Well, in his elbow, actually. He secretes venom from it. By licking it, he becomes venomous. The only venomous primate. Ready to repel the attack. But not tonight. The snake isn't interested. So it's back to the hunt. A gecko. Geckos are way too quick. But this one's in a weird space right now. It's already lost its tail to another predator. Perhaps it's weak enough for the loris to catch. Ambitious, but he dares to dream. Nope. Even a profoundly damaged and confused gecko can outrun a loris. How about something more your own speed? A snail? He can manage a snail, surely. That's a nope. A bird. That's surely self-delusion. But the bird is fast asleep. Slow. And steady. You only lose when you stop playing. The night is dark and full of weirdos. And the Mystery Death Squad's journey into darkness is just beginning. The heavyweights of Asia's carnivore kingdom hog the limelight. And then there's the weirdos. Now, they might not look like much, but they've got it where it counts. Meet the unlikely assassins. All through Asia's tropical waters is something wonderful. And strange. And who knows how old? The hairy frogfish is taking his lunchtime stroll. He's dragging his wrinkled mass to a favorite spot. He settles down to watch the world go by. Time for a relaxing spot of fishing. He casts out his lure. It mimics a distressed worm. His shaggy appearance is merely camouflage. He can even change color to match his environment. in 6,000ths of a second. The illusion of decrepitude is shattered. With a full belly, he waddles home. But a misguided flatfish offers itself as dessert. Perhaps it was one course too many. Mongolia. The harshest of environments. Searing summer heat. Plummeting to minus 40 degrees Fahrenheit in the depths of winter. The animals that survive here are some of the toughest. The fittest. The deadliest. And this one. The long-eared hedgehog. A bit tubby. She doesn't seem impressive. But she's a killer. She's not satisfied with spring bugs. She's a Swiss Army knife of surprising weapons. And she has ambition. Above, delicious eggs hang tantalizingly close. But her ambition is greater than her agility. Special weapon number 1. The spines on her back cushion her fall. She is not discouraged by failure. But maybe she should play to her greater strengths. Special weapon number 2, hearing. Big ears pluck the sound of a potential meal from the night. A lizard. It's safe if it doesn't run. Special weapon number 3. A curious nose picks up the trail. Which is a good thing, because she's practically blind in the dark. She often bumps into things before she sees them. And you don't want to bump into a Central Asian pit viper. Their venom is deadly to small animals. But not the hedgehog. her most special and weirdest weapon, she's resistant to the snake's venom. The one thing that matches her ambition, her appetite. Speaking of appetites, one of Asia's biggest appetites belongs to one of its smallest and weirdest. Some are born killers, but others have to work at it. Meet the spectral Tarsier, an unnatural born killer. On the islands of Indonesia, in the tropical jungle, lives a very strange primate called a Tarsier. This youngster is a mummy's boy. She nurtures and protects him. But things change. And he must learn to fend for himself. But hunting isn't easy. Enter the master. His father, a supreme killer. The young Tarsier must become as adept as he. Supersized eyes pierce the darkness. They're the largest, relative to body weight, of all mammals. Too big to rotate in their sockets, he must swivel his whole head to look around. Superb as the master's eyesight is, he doesn't spot the mantis in its excellent leaf-like disguise. But what his eyes miss, ear membranes catch. This tiny tyrant is a well-oiled hunting machine. The kid is ready to become the best he can be. He must try again. Success. The killer in him has awakened. He's not perfect. It will take time to master his skills. But his enthusiasm is putting him in danger. As dawn approaches, his mortal enemies are already stirring. Specialized fingers help him grab prey. And elongated hind limbs launch him from tree to tree. To wreak ravenous carnage on the tropical forest. With dawn breaking, his concerned family sound out a warning, an appeal for him to retreat. Finally, he relents. he returns to the safety of his family. And they can finally sleep. And as the sun rises on another day in Asia, the mystery death squad stays in the shadows.